And unfortunately, I think the culture of the valleys is in some ways hanging on by its fingernails. I think the solution is to build on the natural advantages of Wales, and renewables is clearly one of those. We have plenty of tide, we have plenty of wind. If there's one thing that screams out for more investments, it's renewables. What we see at the moment is the model for investment in renewables is mobile capital. So our hills are awash with turbines owned by RWE and E.ON and Vattenfall, and that money is going in some cases to the taxpayers of Germany and France and Sweden if those companies are state-owned in part. And of course what would be nice is if our natural resources, we actually kept some of the returns to that capital, not just the returns to the wages which might accrue to local people. Well, I mean, you can imagine something like, say, a tidal lagoon. Now, there's a proposal for a tidal lagoon around Swansea. You enclose waters of a bay and you put turbines on the new wall that you've created and you let the tide out, turning those turbines and creating electricity. One for Cardiff, which could be as big as Hinkley Point, if you enclose the Cardiff bay. If you had significant public equity in that, you could have corporations, municipal corporations, investing in that with a look to a long-term return. So, a tidal lagoon lasts 100 years. Perfectly viable for registered social landlords, local authorities, governments to invest in that sort of facility to get good, solid electricity at a known price for generations to the future. The good thing about lagoons is not only are they environmentally friendly, they give you reliable power, so you know the tide's coming in and out. It's not like the wind or the sun, which might arrive and disappear not when you want it to, but you know it's reliable twice a day power for 100, 120 years. Also, because it's a new industry, the potential is there for innovation, for research and development, for selling this technology to the rest of the world, which for someone like Wales or even the UK is very rare these days to find a new industry we can genuinely look to export our knowledge in. If the other side of the coin was investment in a transport infrastructure or proposed metro, for example, if that was truly a multi-hub system which enabled people to move around South Wales and could build a set of complementary activities across South Wales towns, some towns doing culture, some towns doing shopping, some towns doing public services, then you can imagine this place working much better than it currently does with the kind of Cardiff-centric hub and spoke approach, with Cardiff really kind of busting out and trying to provide employment opportunities, but in fact being very much a kind of government town and quite public sector oriented anyway. You could spread some of that prosperity across the valleys, underpinned by a low carbon, maybe lagoon powered a metro system, a suburban transport system. Then I think you've got a real narrative then to attract the really interesting companies that come and take advantage of some of those structures. If government doesn't take a role, then it either won't happen at all, or it will happen and all the benefits will end up flowing back to not even British companies, but companies which are largely based in continental Europe, often part state-owned, which are, literally reaping the winds of the UK to the benefit of their own taxpayers. I mean, that seems to me to be just perverse.